The first time that I saw her, everything in my head went quiet. All the ticks, all the constantly refreshing images, they just disappeared. When you have obsessive compulsive disorder, you don't really get quiet moments. I mean, even in bed I'm thinking, did I lock the door? Yes. Did I wash my hands? Yes. Did I lock the door? Yes. Did I wash my hands? Yes. Did I lock it? Yes. Did I wash my hands? Yes. 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 Have you ever looked at a friend who constantly labels everything and jokingly said, "Oh my goodness, you're so OCD"? In 2015, Target released a sweater to market to that one woman looking for a cute Christmas sweater. On the front of the sweater, it read, OCD, Obsessive Christmas Disorder. Immediately, there was tremendous backlash, leaving Target apologizing immensely for trivializing a very real and very serious disorder. 200,000 people per year in America are diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, and 67% of those people suffer from severe depression, resulting in need for medication and sometimes suicide. A disorder that we often use as a punchline is actually killing people. Neil Hilborn suffers from OCD and is finding it challenging to find love. When he finally does, it doesn't end the way he hoped it would. Some people who suffer from OCD are just counting down the time they have on this earth. In Our Numbered Days by Neil Hilborn. But when I saw her, the only thing I could think about was the hairpin curve of her lips, or the eyelash on her cheek, 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 the eyelash on her cheek. I knew I had to talk to her. I asked her out 6 times in 30 seconds. She said yes after the third one, but it didn't feel right, so I had to keep going. On our first date, I spent more time organizing my meal by color than I did eating or talking to her. But she loved it. She loved that I had to kiss her goodbye 16 times. Or 24 times if it was Wednesday. She loved that it took me forever to walk home because there are a lot of cracks on our sidewalk. When we moved in together, she said that she felt safe. No one would ever rob us because I definitely locked the door 18 times. 18 times. I'd always watch her mouth when she talked, when she said she loved me. Her mouth would curl at the edges. At night, she'd lie in bed and watch me turn the lights off and on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off. And she'd close her eyes and imagine that days and nights were passing her by. Some mornings, I'd start to kiss her goodbye, but she'd leave because I was making her late for work. When I stopped at a crack in the sidewalk, she'd just keep walking. When she said she loved me, her mouth was a straight line. She told me I was taking up too much of her time. Last week, she started sleeping at her mother's place. She told me she shouldn't have let me get so attached to her, that this whole thing was just a mistake, but how can it be a mistake that I don't have to wash my hands after I touch her? Love is not a mistake. It's killing me that she could just run away from this, and I can't go out and find someone new. because I always think of her. Usually when I obsess over things, I see germs sneaking into my skin, into my skin, into my skin. I see myself crushed by an endless succession of cars. And now, when your fourth love leaves you, you will want to kill yourself. But you won't. You no longer think of suicide as a house you will build one day. Your fourth love, who was your first real love, who brought you peace when your whole body was a gun, when she leaves you, tell your roommate to hide the knives. Because you will carve her name into all the food in the fridge. Stop showering. Warmth will remind you of her. Stare at people in public. Hope someone notices you. You need to feel vulnerable in front of someone else. You try to burn her clothes. You try to fall in love with strangers. You try to fall asleep without her. Open the window. She would have wanted them closed. Turn off the radio. She can't sleep without noise. You can't sleep without noise, but noise will sound like her, whispering you into the world of lights and breakfast. Make the rain sound like nothing. Make the rain sound nothing like her voice. Don't be alone. When you're alone, you won't do anything you did with her, so you won't do anything. Marvel at how she, the patient gardener, the bringer of sleep, she who draws the bath and lights the candles, she who made you someone who could make himself into someone. She made you want to live more than anything else. And now, she makes you want to leave the world. Because you've seen it in her. You've seen the color and shape of your perfect life. And now the children, the house, the arguments about tablecloths, they're all fading. Like things left in sunlight. Like any dream left too long in the light. For months, years, every time you see her, you will want to kiss her. When you do, you will expect pain to come, like the old dog you could never bring yourself to put down. But there will be none. You will remind yourself, she will remind you, you will remind each other that this is for the best, that you are physically incapable of loving one another, and in those moments you will be lying, your heart screaming, I can, but you stay silent because of her. She was the first beautiful thing I ever got stuck on. I want to wake up every morning thinking about the way she holds her steering wheel, how she turns the shower knobs like she's opening a safe, how she blows out candles, blows out candles, blows out candles, blows out candles, blows out candles. Now I just think about who else is kissing her. I can't breathe because he only kisses her once. He doesn't care if it's perfect. I want her back so bad. I leave the door unlocked. I leave the lights on.